news a lot lately. You know, Roger Stone says that he is his back channel to Julian Assange. Although Randy Credico did have contact with Julian Assange, he denies he was the back channel. But here he's going to tell us the story about Adam Schiff wanted to have a meeting with Randy Credico because Randy Credico wanted to had a message from Julian Assange for Adam Schiff, or did he? I guess we'll find out in this interview. So you had a meeting with Adam Schiff, right?
Right, yes. But I don't think we talked about it on your show.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I will talk about
what happened. So you had a meeting with Adam Schiff's people, and did you have a message from Assange for them? Is that what happened?
Well, let me just tell you how it got set up. When I did the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and by the way, I want to thank all of your fans showing up at the Left Forum last Saturday, because I would say about 80% of the audience came in because they watched me on your show, or they watched your show, and they knew about me from your show. So I was able to pack the comedy show because of this show. And a lot of them came up to me afterwards, and it was really nice, and a nice testament to your great work. So what happened was, and they had seen the live, I guess, reporting I did for you at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And
who's that? Adam Schiff? You mean Schiff's? Adam Schiff's people?
Well, Adam Schiff's people probably saw it too, but when I was up there in one of those rooms, I think it was the Yahoo newsroom, Adam Schiff approached me and said to me, "Look, I'd like to talk to you one-on-one." I said, "Sure, anytime." So they set up a meeting. I went down to D.C., and in between, I got a message. I don't speak. I want to make this clear. I don't speak for Julian Assange. Only his lawyers can speak for Julian Assange. But Adam Schiff, this is the message I got. If he requests a meeting or an interview with Julian Assange, it could be arranged. That's what I went down there, I met, and he doesn't show up. He's the one that set the whole thing up. He had all of his lawyers show up in this room, in his office, in the Rayburn building. And I said, look, first of all, stop talking about Roger Stone. You're just giving him a lot of publicity. He's thriving on it. You're wasting your time floating all of these Roger Stone conspiracy theories. Just get off of that. I said, why don't you focus on, it's the first thing I said, on the economy, or the 6,000 kids that are in custody in these detention centers, these migrant kids. Our focus on what you talk about, which is education, free college, and healthcare. Why are you focusing on this? This is a waste of time. You're down at the 5-yard line, the Democrats, and this is all you're talking about is Russiagate. Nobody cares. So I said that to them. They weren't interested in that advice. And I said, here's why I'm here. I said, if you want to get to the bottom of this, why don't you go to the center of all of this, which is Julian Assange? If you make a request, it could happen. And that's all I said to them. And I didn't say anything to anybody about this until I did the Ari Melber show a few days later, and he brought it up. He says, you were down there with Adam Schiff, and you were there to kind of cave in this bravado about not testifying. I said, wait a second. I had to straighten him out and say, that's not why I went down there. I went down there not to testify, but to give this message from Assange through an intermediary. And he said, what? He was totally shocked. And that became the breaking news. And then Adam Schiff responded to him by saying, I will meet with Mr. Assange. The full committee will take his testimony only when he is in U.S. custody.
Why? Why? Why wouldn't you want to interview him? First of all, I saw that, a lot of people started to speculate that why does the United States? What do the United States have a warrant out for him or something? What was the speculation?
Well, what's the speculation is that does he have a pipeline to the Justice Department?
Right.
And he knows something that nobody else knows? That was divulging information, if he does, that was classified possibly. So he should be investigated for promoting that narrative.
And is that because it isn't the Justice Department's official position that they want him incarcerated? Or
the Justice Department has not said if there is an investigation, A, or B, if there is an indictment. How does he know that there's an indictment? How does he know he's going to be deported and then extradited to the United States if he is kicked out of the embassy in London, in the Ecuadorian embassy?
Well,
how does he know? And that was a pretty presumptuous thing to say.
Well,
I mean, you are innocent until proven guilty. What's he guilty of?
Right.
What has he done? What has he done?
I agree. I know. Well, the ACLU has come out in support of Julian Assange. That's that same organization everybody donated $25 million to after Trump was elected. So they're going to protect him and support him. And a lot of people have come out and said that
Greenwald's been very strong.
That this is you talk about Trump and what he's doing as a threat to journalism. This is chilling on our First Amendment. That's what people are saying.
Right. Well, they're talking about the New York Times yesterday that they were able to get this woman's email and signal records. This should send a definite message to those in the mainstream media like Jim Acosta and Tapper and all these others who haven't defended Julian Assange, is that what they're doing to Assange, they're now doing to the mainstream media. So they better get better get the wagons behind Assange because they're next.
You mean how Jim Acosta got
hoisted on their own petard?
Jim Acosta got locked out of covering the White House, right?
Yes.
And who else? Did somebody else get banned from report? Who else got?
I don't know. Jim Sciotto. I don't know. All of these guys are all the same person. I can't tell them apart.
Okay. Well, yes. Again, and that's why it was so, ironic that you had to stand up in defense of Julian Assange at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which there to celebrate, the freedom of the press and the great job they do. And not only did no one mention Julian Assange or stick up for him, but when you did, that room full of reporters didn't even fucking mention it in their papers.
One, believe that? There were 1,000 reporters there. Not one took a picture, took any video. I was given the bum's rush. I was dragged out.
Not one of them even posted a picture of it on their Twitter. Here's a guy getting handcuffed, and he was sticking up for Julian Assange I didn't see anybody post a picture. Not what? Room full of 1,000 reporters. Isn't that amazing?
There were 5 that looked like it looked like a battle scene from Spartacus. There were so many reporters in there. I was even sitting at the table with Joe Johns and Mark Preston and Kate Badawin and Chris Saliza, who was a real creep, and this guy Manu Rahu.
Yeah,
that was the last table I was sitting at, and I was very close to them. And I made these statements. Why aren't you supporting Julian Assange? And the next thing you know, I'm being dragged out of there, and nobody. All of these reporters, nobody had a breaking news photo there, but they looked the other way.
That's all you need to know about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and as far as I'm concerned, anyway. All right, Randy Credit Code, thanks for stopping in. And
great to be on the show, and welcome back, Jimmy. And I know a lot of people are watching. We've missed you. We've missed Ron, and we've missed Stephanie and the Miserable Liberal. And, by the way, I just want to say one last thing. That Tim Canova came into my show the other day, and he knew me from watching your show. That's why he came into my show at the left, because he knew me from watching your show. And he says, you and that crew from the Jimmy Dore show have got to come to Florida and support our campaign. I said, I'll be there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're trying to work that out. There's a lot of stuff happening. I'd love to. All right, listen. I love that. Watch your show now. I gotta go so I can watch your show on YouTube. All right, Randy. You got the WikiLeaks hat there. Say it again. You see the WikiLeaks hat? Yeah, I see it now. And of course, this too, Jimmy. I have to drink a lot of coffee when I'm on with you. I have the WikiLeaks cup. Okay. Okay. Although I urge people to buy your hats and your cups, but also they can get WikiLeaks stuff as well. Hey, nice talking to you, and keep up the good work. welcome back. We certainly miss you a lot.
Okay, we want to thank Texaco, our sponsor for this hour. And we also want to... Our next live Jimmy Dore show is July 1st in Portland, Oregon, and July 15th in Chicago, Illinois. We're doing a live show July 15th in Chicago, Illinois. Go to a link right there for all the tickets to all the live Jimmy Dore shows. Plus, if you can help become a premium member, we give you hours of bonus material every week. Become a patron or a premium member. And if you're on Steam It, we're steaming it right now. Plus, every Saturday, we do a live Super Solid Chat Saturday where it's a live stream and you can ask us questions and we'll answer them back. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks for your support.